So why are steaks so important? What is the big deal? It's just a steak, right? It's not the bounce house or anything else. Well, mainly the reason is that steaks are expensive and they cost quite a bit of money, 7, 8, 10, 12 bucks, depending on the steak, depending on where you're getting it, depending on how much it costs to ship it to you. So when you lose that, that's like taking that money and throwing it right out the window. And that can add up, especially if you're in a situation where you or your guys lose, a whole unit's worth of steaks. That's 6, sometimes 8 steaks on a unit, and that can hurt a lot, because take that $10 and multiply it, or $12 and multiply it by those 8 steaks, and that's $100. Would you throw a $100 bill outside and just say, "Oh well, no big deal"? I wouldn't. One way that you can ensure that you know how many steaks are at your unit is to log how many you put in. So on our contracts, we have a space on there that tells me how many steaks, how many cords, how many tarps, what size blower. It's all listed on there, so I know exactly what I got where, and I know what to pick up. And if I'm looking and it's not there, then I know to keep looking. The last thing you want to happen is to be without steaks, and if you lose them, or if they bend or break, or whatever, you're going to be left without steaks, and there's really not a whole lot of fixes once you've lost or done that nothing is real quick to get them shipped in. There may be some local things that you can try to use, some of your hardware stores and stuff like that, but literally it's hard to find the steaks that you need. They're going to fill the job. So the better option is to make sure you have plenty of steaks when you need them, and you're in a situation where you're not short. Keep that in mind, because like I said, that the worst thing that can happen is you're out there putting fewer steaks on units to try to make it stretch. That doesn't work, because safety can't be compromised at all, ever, in any of the circumstances. You'd be better off not setting up a bounce than setting it up with two steaks on it or something like that, because you're creating a situation where safety is believed to be there, but it's not actually there, and that is huge no-no. If you are bending or breaking a lot of steaks, there's some things that you can do to try to fix that, make it a little better, and one of the things is using a smaller hammer. I know that sounds counterproductive, and your guys are absolutely going to hate it, because they got to hit that thing more times, or swing that hammer more times. But the bottom line is that it's all about physics and force, weight, speed. All that factors in. So when you have a heavy hammer and you're hitting a solid steak hard on some hard ground, obviously something's got to give, and usually it's the steak. So think about that. Smaller hammer will keep it from bending, or lessen the chance of it bending or breaking, and also give you a little bit more control over the steak. Always watch for those water lines and anything that's in the ground. If you're hitting on something that's solid, it may be better to reposition than to try to kind of force your way or muscle your way through the hard spot. And again, a lesson you got to teach your guys, that is going to be a lesson hard learned, but you need to let them know. Sometimes less is more. If you're trying to figure out how many steaks go on a unit, check with the manufacturer. You should have some sort of manual that goes along with it, or you could check on their website, or it may actually even be printed on the unit itself. If you're wondering what size the steak to use, again, check with the manufacturer. The only way that you're going to be safe is that if you install it the way that it's supposed to be installed as per the manufacturer. So make sure you're doing everything that you can do to put it in there the way that they are advising you to put it in there, and you did everything that you were supposed to do. Yeah. How do you keep from losing your stakes? Well, do you see the stakes in this picture? You see them anywhere? Part of the problem is that the stakes have a similar color than the ground that we're putting them on, and in most cases they blend in quite a bit. And it's not until you're right up on them that you can actually see them. One of the tips that I love to use is to put at least one of the stakes back in the ground, sticking up. So as you can see that from a good distance, and it helps you to find them afterwards so that you're not losing them. Thank you guys for watching the video, and now we're going to come to the fun part. Today, what I want to do is I want to help you guys, and maybe you guys can help me. So what I want to do is I want to figure out how many stakes are in this 5-gallon metal trash can that you see here in this picture. Now, what I will do for you is whoever, the first 3 people that give me an exact number of the number of stakes that are in this trash can, I will send you one case of 29 18-inch 5/8 diameter steel stakes from Monk Industries. Monk is the manufacturer that I like to use for my steaks. They make a heavy duty steak, and they are really, really good. Um, I will pay for the shipping and everything. I will send you one case of those. Why 29? Because 29 is what Monk puts them in one case. It's what fits in a package. And I will have that shipped to you. The first 3 people that can guess how many steaks are in this bucket. Now, I'm going to give you some tips and some hints here. You may or may not be able to see all of the stakes that are in this, so you may have to do some deducting as far as the volume of this can, and try to figure out the number of steaks as well. Some of the steaks are different sizes as well, so don't think that just because you can figure out the size of one steak that you know the steak of all, or the size of all the steaks, because they are different sizes. Once I have those 3 guesses that are right, I will announce those winners and have them contact me through email. I will give them a code word. They will post that back to their original number, so that everybody knows that those are going to be the 3 people that won. And there's no question as to whether or not somebody is just kind of muscling in and trying to uh, swipe the the contest for away from us. So, and then once we're done that, I'll get your information through email and send you your prize. Good luck.